Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Marvel Legends review. Here I have the Walmart exclusive Spider-Man 77. Nicholas Hammond, right? Sounds right. This figure retailed for I think $26.99, but has since been bumped up to I think $28 or $29.99. So you're looking at closer to $30 for this figure after taxes, if not more. So not too big a fan of that. Japanese Spider-Man, he was constantly on sale. And I'm sure this guy will be on sale at some point, but, as long as pre-orders don't sell out. I was able to get mine, thankfully. It took like an extra month or two because they decided to delay the shipment for the United States, which sucked, but glad to have the figure here. I like the packaging. It's very retro, very Spider-Man 77, as you can see. Even the top's got that as well. If you're looking for them in store, there's your barcode for you. On the side, you got a nice artwork picture of this particular Spider-Man. On the side here, you have that looks to be an actual photo, but it might also be artwork. Don't think it's AI generated. And then on the back here, you have a very nice render of the figure with kind of the styling they had for this particular show, 48 years ago? No, 38 years ago. Almost 40. Anyway, let's go ahead and open him up. Here we got him out of the package. 48 years, by the way. Not 38. I don't know what I was thinking. First thing I want to show off is actually the backdrop. They decided to do the city backdrop here in the old style with those, very retro cameras that didn't have HD. So I like that. I'll be keeping this for sure, just as a little, display base for this guy or for any other figure I want. You never know. Maybe they'll give us Lou Ferrigno Hulk someday, maybe? I don't know. Accessories-wise, he comes with 2 different web effect pieces. I'm pretty sure we've seen these before. They might be new, but we got some web effect pieces here. This one's kind of got like an indent into it. You can kind of use it as a shield. I kind of like that idea. And then this one's just like a splat, splat. Goes on the wall. But yeah, it's an accessory. Next up, he does have his rope. I believe in this version of Spider-Man, he didn't have the web launchers. He just had a big long rope. So he's got his rope here, and I don't think it attaches. No, it does not attach to the his wristband here, but you could probably figure out a way to do it. There might be enough clearance in it, but not that I can see. I don't see any extra space in there. Hell, maybe you could even slide it in there. Oh, actually, there is a little bit of room in the belt if you want to dangle him from his belt. It is possible. So, comes with a rope. It doesn't have any articulation or anything. It's just a rope. Maybe you want to use it as like, a scarf or something. But yeah, there's that. And then he does come with the same exact hands as the Japanese Spider-Man. So he has these kind of posturing hands, more relaxed. I'm probably going to keep the fists on him. I think the fists look better for this particular version. But I haven't seen the 77 Spider-Man at all, so I can't comment on if he ever punched someone. But what I can comment on is how good this figure looks. They did a good job of the head sculpt. The head sculpt is really spot on. Like, it actually looks like there's a guy in the actual, mask. Like, someone could actually put on the mask. They did a great job of the proportion. It looks great. And, reusing the Japanese Spider-Man body, I think, was mostly good, except for the fact that he has that hole in his spider logo. Not a fan of that. But yeah, as far as I can tell, this is almost a complete reuse of Japanese Spider-Man. I have him off camera real quick, but yeah, definitely a complete reuse of Japanese Spider-Man. Not a bad thing. It works for this particular figure. Maybe the midsection's different. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, is the midsection different? I don't think it's different. I think it's just because this guy has his belt. Speaking of the belt, that's really one of the only newer things here. You can see it's pinned in the front here. It could be removable, but it's a very large mushroom peg. So I would use a lot of heat on that and just be very careful if you do want to remove the belt. I would not recommend doing that. His wrist gauntlet here looks good too. It is painted in the sections on the inside there, every other major one. They didn't paint the belt though. I don't think it needed it, but yeah, there's that. They did actually give him the spider paint from the costume on the back. That is appreciated. It does go all the way around. But yeah, this is a good looking figure. And we're going to briefly go into articulation because there's not much new here to see. But head sculpt wise, there is no tilt pretty much. It is a hinge, so you can look up a good amount. And because of the way the sculpt is, the jaw might get into the chest, but you can look him down pretty substantially. And of course you got the 360, nothing too shabby. Arms here, this one's a little stiff, but he can get perfect T-pose there. Of course you got the swivel here. You got the double, man, this is a tight figure. I have not tried to pose him before this. Double joints looking good there. Obviously you've seen what the wrist can do. 360, yada yada. With the belt, you can actually twist his waist and then you can readjust the belt however you want. And of course the belt can slide around a bit so it's not stuck in one position. I do want to show you that it does have his little spider logo on it. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be. I think it's just a logo, but looks good. I like that. And then leg wise, good kick forward, a little bit backward. You got the swivel up here. Ugh, this knee is, that knee does not like bending. He can kick his own ass. Look at that. And I had some issues with the feet. They were kind of like weirdly positioned, but you have the pivot there and then you got the hinge. The hinge looks pretty good. But it's time for my favorite part, size comparisons. Starting off here, we got Nicholas Hammond, 77, Spider-Man. He's at about 6¼ inches tall. But, of course, I've been talking them up. We got Japanese Spider-Man here. And obviously my camera can't fully capture the colors here, but in person, his blue is a bit brighter. But in the camera, it looks darker. I think it's just much more saturated, whereas this one is a bit less saturated. And the red, this is definitely red, and then that's orange. In the camera, this looks a bit better, though, I would say. I don't have a filter on, but yeah, these are pretty much the exact same body sculpt. Yeah, there's nothing different between their body sculpts. Like, they even have the wrinkles on the wrist there. I will say, I think the legs actually stand better on this one than this one. This one kind of has a bent leg going this way. But, yeah, good to see our very classic Spideys together. Speaking of Spideys, we can't not show off the rest of the live-action Spider-Man. So here we got Tobey, the first movie, big screen Spider-Man. And we got Andrew from Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's a rumor going around we might get an Amazing Spider-Man 1 Spidey. I'm excited. I like that suit. And of course, we got the final swing Tom Holland Spidey. So we all have, you know, the Spideys represented here in some capacity. As far as I know, this is every live-action Spider-Man. I believe this is every live-action Spider-Man. At least the ones that Marvel Legends have done. But yeah, I'm glad to finally have all the Spideys together. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this Spidey. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.